Hello everyone, welcome back to Big Mouth. There's two things I hate, and that's bloggers and I hate Disney, right? So let's begin. I've got two pieces of breaking news that broke last night, but they are kind of big if they're true. So the rumour is that Disney are considering rebooting the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise without Johnny Depp. So what are we going to do, Disney? Just sack everyone who's being accused of something or makes a stupid tweet 200 years ago on Twitter? Hey, is that what we're going to do? Let me ask you something, and you can comment down below. Tell me one reason why if you go to the cinema to watch every Pirates of the Caribbean film, tell me the reason why you go to watch that film. Actually, you don't have to. Actually, I'd love a chat with you guys. You can comment down below. But I know what it is. It's Johnny Depp. I know, Disney. We'll get rid of the one entity, the very reason that this franchise is even popular. I don't watch Pirates of the Caribbean because it's about pirates or this or that. I watch Pirates of the Caribbean because Johnny Depp created a fantastic, funny, hilarious, compelling character. And that's it. Captain Jack Sparrow is the reason people go. What are you going to do? Recast him? You are idiots. The reality is, all I hear from people and bloggers is, oh, Disney won't know what they're doing. They're so superior to the other studios. The only reason they've got that reputation is because basically they had Lasseter at Pixar. He's gone, right? He's gone because he was a bit naughty, right? So he's gone, right? And the only other reason they've got a good rep is Kevin Feige over at the MCU. Unfortunately for them, Kevin doesn't run their other franchises. That's the big problem here. And we've seen them make an absolute massive blunder after blunder with Star Wars. We're seeing them get woke with Pixar animation. And now, because we know Johnny Depp was accused by Amber Heard of hitting her. If he did that, he's bang out of order and he needs help. But he denies it. And none of us can prove what he did. Ultimately, he's still one of the most talented performers and actors of this generation. Now, unless you can prove he's a serial killer and you can find the bodies, you shouldn't be getting rid of this entity. But Disney want their clean, child-proof reputation to remain that way. But don't worry, Disney. Warner Brothers will take over your seconds and your leftovers, because they don't mind, because they know that basically James Gunn and Johnny Depp are freaking talented and can make them lots of money, as we'll see from Fantastic Beasts 2, right? So this is absolutely, if it's true, and it probably is true, right? This is absolutely ridiculous, and this is proof, apart from Kevin Feige, this little company doesn't know what it's doing. That's why Disney will never be as big as Warner Brothers. It doesn't matter who they buy. And by the way, the big boasting about the Fox takeover and all of that, they failed to acquire the very thing that would have maybe made them financially more powerful than Warner Brothers, Sky TV. Because you know why? Comcast were absolutely brilliant in this battle. They went after them, then said to them, you know what, if you don't let us have Sky, you're not going to have anything, because we're going to keep on bidding, and this could go on for years. So Disney, like the little unprofessional babies they are, because they don't know how to act in these situations, gave up because they wanted something quick to happen. Mainly because they're scared. Their streaming service is happening, and they need the stuff at Fox, like FX and Discovery and other stuff, right, to move forward and actually have something on their platform. Secretly, they're boasting about destroying Netflix. They can't destroy Netflix. Netflix is so powerful because Netflix are the only creative entity now who don't work on politics. They work on creativity. Creativity is their number one aim. Yes, they have diverse casts and directors and writers and actors. Yes, and that's right. But their first aim is to be creative and give something to the people that are paying them for their format and their product. That's the difference between Netflix and Disney. Disney don't have the right attitude. And by attempting to get rid of Johnny Depp, who is the only reason we watch Pirates of the Caribbean, is one of the most insane, ridiculous things since firing James Gunn and basically not having a Guardians of the Galaxy universe. Basically, that's all I've got to say about that. It is a rant. I'm very frustrated at this arrogant company who are too busy setting up Indiana Jones theme parks and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and all that crap, rather than looking at their films. Look at the mess at Marvel Comics. Now, I don't know if they actually own the comics as well, but if they do, they can be blamed for what's happening over there as well. See, Marvel may have a good reputation, but when you look deeper into their comics, they're not very good. Now, when you look at Rebirth over at DC, wow. Anyway, that's my rant about that. You cannot have Pirates of the Caribbean films without Johnny Depp. And I don't care if you've got the Deadpool 2 writers. I don't care. You can do whatever you want. You can have the smartest, funniest writers in the world. If you do not have Johnny Depp, it's pointless. Right, Grace Randolph, my beloved Grace Randolph, who's like a used car salesman who keeps on selling the same cars to the same people, and even though they're broken and busted up, these people keep on coming back for more. So let me give you an example of 2 videos Grace Randolph did. She did one saying that DC and Warner Brothers were running scared because they delayed Wonder Woman 1984 till 2020, which couldn't be further than the truth. Walter Hamada won't let anything go out unless it's had the time to be refined and done properly. That's his attitude. You people have moaned so much about DC and WB. You said they rushed out Justice League. They should have at least allowed Joss Whedon to make his own movie, and you're right. This is what he's doing now. He's giving creatives the chance. So, although it's frustrating, ultimately, it's great for the product and it's great for the movie. Right, that's the one video she did. Last night, or during the day in America, which it would have been, she claimed that she has insider information. Now, this is the same thing that's been going around since Justice League tanked, right? That they're doing a flashpoint, and within the flashpoint, it will reboot the dceu. Now, let me tell you one thing. If this is happening, wow, I'd be so excited. I want to see a great epic Flashpoint movie that breathes fresh air into this franchise that the mainstream audience don't like. Although I love BVS and MOS and Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman, right? It could work. Now, she claims she has insider sources. And to be fair to her, right? And to be fair to her, she seems to get a lot of things right. What I don't like about her is the constant arrogance and the constant boasting. But at the end of the day, the only reason I follow her and don't block her, because she does get on my wick sometimes, that she does know things. Because I think with her, she's very clever. I mean, when you look at the woman and what she's achieved with her format, it's brilliant. So you can't really fault her for that. But it's kind of contradictory for me to have one video saying, oh, they're running scared. And then the very next day, 24 hours later, exactly, she's claiming she has insider information. Now, maybe she does. So we should probably talk about this. Let's just say, let's put a tinfoil hat on, and let's just imagine Grace is right, that they are doing this. What do you all think? You should all comment down below, and please tell me what you think, and we can have a debate. Look, one thing I will say, right, social media and YouTube is a reactive format, and we shouldn't hate each other because we disagree. Yesterday, I had to mute 2 diehard Zack Snyder fans, which is a shame, because as you know, as a director, I think he's great, but as someone who was running a franchise, he was totally the wrong person. That's just my opinion. My opinion's not right, it's just right for me. If we're just going to hate and abuse and swear at each other because we don't agree, what is the point? We might as well just block each other if that's your attitude. Anyway, so please, let's have a healthy debate rather than your nose is too big. What's wrong with your teeth? You know, pathetic. and it ain't going to affect me. I'm just going to ignore you. Right. Tinfoil hat's waiting. It's on my head. So let's imagine this. Maybe this is the reason that the Flash has also been delayed as well. Very, very interesting. Maybe, I don't know. Are they going to still use the same writers? Or directors, should we say? It's going to be interesting to see what they do. So Flashpoint, and people would say it's too early for Flashpoint, but if they're going to use it as an apparatus for a direct reboot, it's interesting. But it's a kind of, I suppose they had to do Aquaman because it was already in the works. Shazam they didn't have to do. So it's very, very interesting. And if we'll see anything in these films, upcoming films, especially Aquaman, especially Shazam, and the Joker's an interesting one. I mean, he could be a direct descendant of Flashpoint. How can that be? We don't know. Because it's not part of the DCEU, we know. But it's still a DC film. I mean, that film could be the future of DC films. We don't know. All we know is that Grace Randolph claims she knows stuff, and she normally does. So for me, this maybe could make things a bit more understandable why these films have been put back, and maybe why Cavill hasn't signed the contract, and rumours of Ben Affleck not being Batman anymore continue. But another piece of interesting rumours, I will stress this is rumours, that Shazam are going back in November to do some reshoots. Very interesting. People are assuming they're going to be putting some Superman scenes in there. I hope so. I really do. So they're my talking points. They're my breaking news. That's what I think about the breaking news. Also, Stephen Amell just keeps on posting stuff about the Arrowverse Elseworld crossover. He's got one in his Flash outfit while Grant Gusting's in his Arrow outfit, and they're cuddling. Isn't that adorable? So that's great. Also, we got, what's his name? The original Flash. Is it John? Is it John Wesley Shipp? I can't remember. Awesome guy from the original Flash TV show. We've seen him in the Flash before, but this time he's playing the original Flash from the TV show because, of course, this is an Elseworlds universe. Now, what is very interesting about this Elseworlds universe is basically what else are they going to show? Could there be Smallville stuff? There could be anything. They literally could have license to do anything in this. So this is a very, very interesting one. It's also very interesting that they're not using Legends of Tomorrow in this crossover. But, which I agree with, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not the biggest fan of Legends of Tomorrow. I don't think that show's ever really worked consistently. And if they had to be sacrificed to have Superman in this crossover, and we've seen some great behind the scenes pics and all that of Superman. He's wearing a black suit. He's wearing his traditional red cape and blue. So that's very, very interesting as well. So I can't wait to see it. So guys, let me know what you think about what I've been talking about. It's very exciting times for movies, for DC. Let's see what develops in the future.